I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go.
Be relentless. That's it, I'm done.
This is the newest one. I'm gonna set up. I'll be right back. I forgot my keys. I'll be right. Get this thing all set up. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yo, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Let's see what we got going on here. No. All right, let me put the invite up here. Copy this. Let me add this over here to the comment section. Here is the link. My apps, what's up?
How good of you to join us.
Yo. Now, it's been, damn, get up. Just a short amount of time it took the freaking garbage can in. Now, it's been brought to my attention that you guys are having some, not all of you, but you guys are having some issues. You guys have some freaking dilemmas going on. A lot of wanting without the freaking know-how, which is unfortunate. So I guess this evening, I'm gonna say the theme of this evening's broadcast is have a freaking plan. What I got up here is your itinerary for the year. What you need to plan for is primarily in this. When I do that at the end of the year, I give an overview of the different conventions you should attend for the year to come. Because for me to do it during the year, it's too late. You need to schedule your stuff out. You got to plan. You got to book hotels. Because guess what? When you're going to Vegas, it's not just you going to Vegas, right? You got to get your room. If you don't have your room booked and things like that, you can forget about it. When you go to San Antonio, when you go to Orlando, if you go to New York, if you go to Chicago, all this stuff needs to be planned out months in advance. So be on the lookout for that kind of stuff to come up, for me to talk about the different shows, Rhythma, ISSA Clean Show, that kind of stuff. I'll be talking about that. What 2026 is going to have for you, where is it going to be, all that fun stuff. Matter of fact, hold on one second. Let me see where Rhythma is going to be. Let me add some stuff. (2026) Rhythma 2026. Restaurant Facility Management Association. Now, in this, if you haven't seen the video that I put out, I made some changes. I will play this at the end of the broadcast, at the end of the stream, because I'm going to fast forward through here. Because here's all the here's the Delfield stuff. If you guys aren't familiar with Delfield, if you aren't familiar with R290. Delfield is going to take the time with you, go over that with their equipment. They're not going over their hot holding cabinets and stuff like that I feel is a little over-engineered, but hey, what the hell do I know? I'm just a guy who works on it. So they're coming to a city near you, like this, Beverly, Massachusetts. They're coming to Vegas. Yeah, so there's Vegas. Do not travel for these. They're going to come to a city near you. Just wait till they come around. There's San Antonio. And then you get a chance to meet your local tech support guy. Follett isn't doing any in-person training for 2025. Before the pandemic, they were on a 3-year schedule. So once every 3 years, they would go around the country and then do a training session. But here's your, and they haven't, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know when they're going to get back with it. But you would you would get a very big training book that had every single Follett product in it for all the hospital blood bank stuff. Oh, I got it. I got it. This is the Follett book. Oh, I had a couple of these, and I brought it in when I was, oh, damn, it's got stuck to the freaking vinyl case. I brought it into this pizza shop. The manager, she took it upon herself to steal my book. Damn, get it? I'll just rip it up. She took it upon herself to steal my freaking book. So I actually had two. From each, I went to a couple of different training courses, and I had got one from each one. I just ripped it just now. This is from the 2019 class, and it is every freaking thing. Now you could download each of these. They got the stuff for the auger motors in there. So Follett makes refrigerators, freezers, and ice machines. You will see their equipment in hospitals. You'll see it in some Sam's Club, some Costco's. Fun fact, Sam's Club and Costco, they rotate out different brands. They never stick with brands for long. But you got all your tech guides, all your schematics. All your tech guides, your schematics, and this is Follett. So whenever they do one, because I had one from, I don't remember what year it was from. Damn. They cover all the, damn. Let me see if I can get this for you. There we go. They cover everything. Maybe I should change my green screen. There we go. They cover all the schematics for every board, everything. Let me see who's here. I mean, look at the size of this. Yeah, bro. You'll go and you'll put your stuff down. That's one thing to be cautious with these, because with these clients, they think that what we have is gold, and they think because they paid tens of thousands of dollars for this equipment that they deserve. They just, oh no, we paid, $20,000 for that. We should have that. If you have it, fool, how the hell am I going to take care of everybody else? But they don't give a damn about everybody else. And the restaurant closed down. The restaurant closed down like a year and a half later. I kept going by there before they closed down. I said, hey, man, I left my book over here. You sure? They took the book and put it on the damn shelf. And it says service seminar. This is not yours. They can't decipher this any damn way. So Follett gives you this each and every time they have training. You get the number to your rep, all that kind of stuff, all the sales sheets, because fun fact, you sell everything that you service. Now, the exception comes with, well, I mean, you can sell Vulcan. You can sell Hobart. I'm pretty sure there's an exception there somewhere. But anything that you're servicing, you can sell. That's how all of these companies exist. Every single service technician is also a salesman. Every single service technician is a salesman. Fixing too fast, so it must be simple to be charging that much. Simple? It all depends. So my situation is different. What you must understand is here we go. I never tell you any particular way to do something because my situation is different. The average company will just do cold side. The average company will just do hot side. The average company will just do laundry. The average company will just do wear wash, which is dishwasher, which is dish machine. I have accumulated training information over the years because I have taken care of disenfranchised areas because of the skin I'm in. So I take care of people that the dominant society would prefer not to take care of. As I said before, my clientele is overwhelmingly, it's over 70-75% Asian. The 2 clients I took care of today were Asian clients. Asian clients are neglected by the main society, mainly because they have they want to negotiate prices. And when you're dealing with large companies, there is no negotiation. There's no negotiation with the prices. That is not done. That's not happening. So I usually have to, and then you're going to have with Asian restaurants, there is a mother, a grandmother, a matriarchal system, and she's typically going to negotiate. So knowing this, I go in with a higher number and go from there. If they then agree with my higher number, it is then up to me to apply some kind of discount to what I think it really should be. But I am automatically gonna go, sky high. Yeah, my apps is resident. Yo. Not just that, they will walk with tools and they will walk with parts. You'll go into a residential client with a couple of things that you think it could be, and they'll look through your stuff. I've had residential customers like rummage through my damn tool bag. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? That's my stuff. You got to back up. And what I had started doing is I had started putting the camera on me, and that gets no, I made it home. And so I'm working off of the laptop. I'm working off the laptop. LED handyman. So yeah, I've had customers, they want to get irate. They're like, oh no, this is my part. I'm like, no, these are mine from my stock, and whatever I think that you're gonna need, that's what I'm gonna give you. Man, let me see what the hell's going on with this thing. So that's always a fun time. But I steer clear financially. It is just not for me to deal with it. I argue with every single residential client. It's just not for me. Every single. Yeah, my apps. Looking in your tool bag is not. It is the worst. It is not your part till you pay for it. And that's one of the things I had to yell at one of the residential clients for. I said, hey, this is theft. I'm going to have to charge you for this money now. Let me see who this is. Money now. What's going on? And I say, hey, I'm going to have to charge you. And then that's the only way they'll get the damn part back. I said, you have to get the part back because this is from my own stock. Let me see who this is. Yo, where you at, man? Money now, where you at? I don't see you. Where you at, brother? Well, speak now or forever hold your peace. All right, brother, I'm gonna have to drop you down. I can't hear you. All right. I don't know where that person went to. Yo, So this is Rhythma, and Rhythma just, I think it just ended last month. So this is one of the things you go to. Safesa is big with Rhythma. Quite a few of the Safesa members actually have booths at Rhythma. This is where you're going to pick up. Matter of fact, so here it is. It says our members. Little Caesars, Longhorn, Luby's, Mod Pizza, Mendocino Farms. So this is where you could pick up a lot of clientele. I don't know what the hell happened with that. This is where you can pick up a lot of clientele is at Rhythma. This is this is a show for us. All right, what we got? Yeah, I know LED Handyman. I saw you did that because he was talking about crypto and all that other stuff. And we're here to talk about, training, where to get clients, all that kind of stuff. This is not a truck driving channel. What we do share in common with truck driving and with the what is that, Final Mile that Mark the Mentor was talking about is getting the service van and all that, getting the van, all that kind of stuff. Even our insurance is different. All our stuff is different from them. But financing, you still have to deal with that. So it's fun to hear about what some of those other guys do. We do also have to deal with cost per mile. And I have to deal with that every day. I've been filling up every single time I go to a customer. And on average, I am spending about $10 in gas just to get to a customer. So I don't know if you guys have tried that. Just do it for a couple of days and see how much you're putting into the gas tank every time you leave a customer. Start the day off at half tank or whatever, and then every time you get to a customer, put in $10 and see where your gas tank lies every time, because I'm going through quite a bit, and in tolls are quite a bit. So all that, there's Zaxby's. So all that stuff needs to go back to the customer. Your mileage, the tolls, tires, all that kind of stuff is what you need. All that stuff contributes to what it's costing you to get to your customer, which is what, I have a $1.50 a mile. Oh, there's Alamo Drafthouse. That's a movie theater. I absolutely hate Alamo Drafthouse. They have a huge kitchen. Alamo Drafthouse does. But they are some of the most disorganized kitchen staff you ever want to deal with. Yard House, Wingstop. A lot of people don't like Wingstop. A guy I know, he was just bitching to me about Wingstop. He don't like Five Guys. He don't like Wingstop. So no, like I said before, no two service companies are taking care of the same clients. Now we have Zaxby's down here. We got Pluckers now. We got damn near every chicken chain that's nationwide. Hold on, let me go to events. Let me see here. Annual conference. No, they say, okay, save the date, 2026. All right. Oh, you guys just now got Yard House? Yeah, we got Yard House, all that stuff. What is this here? My app says a company you was trying to sign up with asked if you were R290 certified. You have an EPA cert? Yeah, R290. There's no such thing as R290 certified. So you just say, yeah. Anybody could print you out a certificate. There's no body. There's no governing body over R290. Why? Because it is just medical grade propane. There is no such thing as R290 certification, right? Since it doesn't need recovery, and there's no license. If you have to put a license on R290, you would have to put a license on barbecue gas. So you don't need a license for barbecue gas. you actually can refine your own R290. It isn't recommended, but you could do it. So Yard House, right? Yard House just popped up. So yeah, anybody can say there's a bunch of places out there that. Matter of fact, True was giving out R290 certification. Whoo, 2019, 2018. Yeah, before the pandemic. It was, as you can see, there was a lot of stuff going on. This say 20. There we go. Yeah, it says 2019. It just got ripped off. Training classes were in full swing. See, it ended up, that was part of the book. It ended up attached. Training classes were in full swing before the pandemic hit. Once the pandemic hit, everything came to a stop. It was nothing but online webinars, online training. And once they saw how things went with the online training, they never turned back. The factories never turned back. They were like, wait a minute, we don't have to pay for the trainers to fly around the country, zigzag around the country, airfare, hotels, transportation to and from the hotels and all that, per diem on dinner. They never looked back. And in shipping equipment back and forth, equipment getting lost and all that, they never looked back. And it has not been the same since. All right, so let me see here. What's this? Denver, Colorado is going to be for RITHMA 2026. This is something that you would want to attend. Now, it's just like all the other ones, Safesa and everybody else, clientele would prefer for you to have at least another person working for you. Why do they want more than one person? Because they want reliability. They want to be able to put in a call. They want to be able to put out a dispatch. And they would like for somebody to show up. They don't want to hear that, oh, Mike Reed is sick, so he can't be in there until maybe Wednesday. Well, damn, today's Monday and the walk-in is down. They're not trying to hear that. They don't want any of that. This is what brought about the rise of these mega service companies. All right, so my app says, thank you. I knew it was a false hurdle. Yeah, it's not a thing. They asked if I can braze, and I said yes, but I don't really want to do Seal System. Well, who gives a shit about Seal System? Don't do Seal System. Here's the thing about Seal System. The customer only wants to know their options when it comes to Seal System. The vast majority of the customers that you have are not going to do it unless it is like a walk-in, unless it is part of some kind of built-in table or something like that. Then it's a little more difficult to change it. But other than that, some bar backs are essentially built in, or sometimes they build the bar backs and then build the bar up. Or it might take like 4 or 5 people to get the damn bar back over the counter down and then into place. And then once the bar back is in, we have then drilled a hole through the back wall of the bar back, through there into the other wall, and then run the drain down so that the runoff from the beer that goes into the drip tray can go down into the bar back and then out through the back wall and then out to the drain. They'll often have that done to prevent bar flies. And then sometimes there's not a drain close by. And if the drain is close by, it might be out in the middle of the walkway. So you don't want that drain to come out onto the floor where people are going to be walking back and forth in the dark. It's a trip hazard. So they'll often have us drill through the back wall of the bar back, through the wall of behind it, and typically into some kind of trough back behind it. Anyway, long way around that to say that in those situations, they'll typically have us do a seal system, but you got a number of different tools to make seal system easier. You haven't watched any of my 2 or 3 year old videos, but I have the push on fittings. Not much has been said about the push on fittings in the last like 2 years, last year and a half. But you got we have the press on fittings, we have the push on fittings. There's always the old school flare fittings. You can do those. The only thing we don't have is a way to, with the exception of the push on, we don't have any way to hook up capillary tubes. And even then, you know, you would just braze the capillary tube outside and then, you know, actually to like an extension part, and then you can use your push fit or use some your press fittings indoors. So you might want to look into press fittings. You might want to look into, hold on a second. Here we go. I do Parker Sporlan. Press fittings. So you got your Zoom Lock Max. But you do not have to do sealed system. They just want to, they don't want to call somebody else out if it's just a condenser fan motor. Now, if it is a compressor, now they're going to want a couple estimates. They don't want to call somebody else out. They'll let you go out there, do controls, sensors, that type of thing. Sensors, drains, evaporator fan motors, condenser fan motors, that kind of thing. But as far as the seal system, when it comes to that, that's when these guys are kind of thinking like, let's just get rid of that and get a whole nother unit in here. So you got that fun stuff. So Zoom Lock Max does everything except for the capillary tube. And now, and I have not used it. So you got the push to connect fittings. Let's see what we got here. That is what you're comfortable with. You can diagnose all that, and that's all they want. They want, yeah, they did. But RLS made some changes, and so now that whole thing is done.
I'm Mackenzie Wetlaufer, part of the marketing department here at Bouchard Industries, and in this video, to another. So you could transition from a copper. This makes them a great cut your pipe straight. I'm going to make this cut where you want your fitting to be when installed. Make sure there are no burrs or damage to the end you cut. If you're connecting the fitting to a copper pipe, you're going to want to deburr the end of the pipe using a deburring tool.
So now they have
Hello
Zoom Lock.
everyone, and welcome to Jumperman Tech, where we specialize in
Zoom Lock
HVAC
has
to
one
everything
for
DIY. And in
capillary
this video, we're going to be going
Now
over
there's
Zoom
different
Lock,
size capillary tubes. I don't know which size. I haven't gotten into it yet. Jumperman Tech. I haven't seen one of his videos. How old is this video?
Thank you to everyone tuning into Jumperman Tech. In today's video, we're going to be going over Zoom Lock push to connect refrigerant fittings. Yes, that is correct. We no longer need a torch, and we no longer need an expensive crimping tool to connect refrigerant fittings. With this fitting, you can simply push it, and you're ready to roll.
And
Just a heads up,
you guys
if you
ever
find
use
this video
American
interesting
Beauty?
or helpful, please
So
drop
you
a
have
like,
induction
comment, and
brazing.
subscribe as
How
I
many
come
of
out
you
with new videos every week. And let's get straight into it. Here's a close-up look at the Zoom Lock push fitting. Specifically, this is a 1/2-inch coupling.
Now,
And I must say, it is a bit bulky,
years,
but it looks super
I
heavy
had a
duty.
problem with it.
Stated on the
And
fitting
then
itself,
out of
so you can
nowhere,
see on the
I
bottom
had
half, it says it's rated for
2 units.
800
They have
70
problems
PSIG,
I don't know
which
if
is
it's because
pretty
I
astounding.
ran in my hot
It's
ass.
pretty amazing that they came out with something where you don't need
They
to
are
use a
reusable.
torch.
I like
And
using
at the
them
same
for
time,
access line.
everybody knows those crimping tools are
So you put
extremely
them,
expensive. They
the
are
stubby,
super cool,
put it
but
on
they're
there.
extremely expensive in the
I
thousands of
appreciate this.
dollars.
90
We
and
no longer need that tool, and we can simply push to connect. It is
Yeah.
absolutely to this, not having to use a torch and things of consuming and
So that's Jumper Man Tech. Yeah, you
time
just
hold the
cut
pipe down so we get
and
sure it
put
has
it
no
on there.
defects. Let's just push to connect. One thing you would notice is that you could spin the pipe,
Now,
but it spins with
what I like using these on is problem children. Once again, going back to bar backs, you'll have a lot of corrosive chemicals in a bar back, not just the beer, but they'll use a corrosive cleaner to clean the beer lines. And then on top of that, they'll store lime containers in there. They'll store lemons, limes, and freaking oranges inside the kegerator. And then all of these caustic chemicals off gassing from all these caustic materials, the sugar in the beer and all that stuff, it eats the evaporator up. And so every couple of years, I had to change the evaporator. And so I just started using the Zoom lock and then just, separating the evaporator, pushing the new one on. So when they end up becoming like Swiss cheese, I just change them. And then now I can get in and out of there. And now this is when you're taking care of the same customer over and over again. And I just put the push to fit fittings on there and call it a day. Because it's not you, it is what they're doing with the bar back. It's what they're doing with the bar back that is just eating up the copper. So I'll just put that on there and call it a day. Put the new evaporator on there and then pull a vacuum and then gas it up. Call it a day. And I don't know why Glockstender has the worst time with that. I don't know if it's because they have I don't know what their setup is that's causing that. Oh, yes.
Are you a visual thinker?
No, lady, stop it. Let me see if I can find this. This is Zoom lock. Cap tube fittings. Let's see. No, I don't want a cap fitting. I want a cap tube fitting. They have damn near everything. Damn near everything. So it's nothing to be afraid of. Oh yeah, LED Handyman. He says sometimes the Chinese copper is too small to hold Zoom Lock Max or RLS. But Chinese copper under pressure, it will hold to 8,500 PSI in most cases. You ever use a swage tool? Spin swage to get that copper to the right size. Because I know what the hell you're talking about. You'll deal with some of that Chinese stuff, and it's not right. What? They got the little tool like oh damn it. I don't want that. Sorry about that. Hold on a second. Well, I have to do this with Supply House. Because Amazon got the swage kit. Damn, only $14. I think it is time for me to get a new set. The reason why I say that is because there's a special coating on there. And then you end up because it works by way of friction. So I've had mine for about a good 5-6 years. I think it's time to change. Not at $129 worth. Not since there's the freaking knockoffs. Not since there's the freaking knockoffs. But you could use the swaging, spin swage. I stand by these. I've used these for a very long time. very long time. They have never let me down. I have burned myself quite a few times because you'll swage and then you'll forget. You'll grab that freaking line and you, damn, because you're not using any torch. I've never used a hydraulic because it requires so much more. This just fits onto your drill or your impact. So they got one that locks onto the chuck for a drill, and then they got another one that goes into your impact. You don't like them? You don't like them? Oh man, no, I love them. I love them. Like you guys say, the hydraulic. You got so much more. You got the old school kit, and then you have the newer hydraulic. Oh shoot, you got the newer hydraulic. Hold on, let me do this. Well, okay, all right. So what he means by this is when you're doing the spin switch, you gotta push down, and and that's how you end up burning your hands sometimes because you're holding the copper line. Because if you're using a tool, you end up making it it's no longer round once you try to hold that damn copper line with something. And so you're holding it, and then this side is getting hot as hell, and it'll burn through your damn gloves. It'll burn through your damn gloves. I am old school. This is the 21st century. Get with the program. Hey, the swage, the spin tool is 21st century, bro. Hey, hold on a second. Let me show y'all this. Because I had lost my other thing. I had lost my other screen. Blah, 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 blah. Hydraulic swaging tool. Because you got two different types. Oh, you're talking about the newer style Fillmore. Doesn't that one you got to crimp with your hand? You got to crimp with your hand with that one. See, Vevor got a knockoff one. But you got, and this is the knockoff one. Where's the other one? Where's the one I'm talking about? Because they got some that are 220. See, look at all this stuff. I never would buy from TruTech Tools. Hydraulic brake flaring. No. Forget it. Let me go with hand crimper. No. Master Cool. So this is the one that these guys are talking about. And where's the rest of it? What's the power source on the damn thing? Like, which ones are you guys using? Are you using? Oh yeah. Love you too, bro. Love you too, man. So, which one are you guys using? Are you guys using some kind of like 12-volt system, or are you using one you got to plug into the freaking wall? Because yeah, I get old school like that. I get old school where you got to use they got the old 220-volt one. What is this? So but you guys are using one without power? Is that what it is? Oh, LEDs are, God, I don't want to go to freaking TruTech Tools. I do not recommend buying from TruTech Tools. Worst fucking customer service. Asshole and young asshole. Douchebag and douchebaggery. Douchebag into the second generation, these two assholes. So this is what they're talking about. Swage tool. So this is just, and then you got to deal with all those freaking heads and all that. Nah, I'm good. Bending attachment. What is this? Oh, that says Navac. All right, I can't stand TruTech Tools. Pistol grip. Okay, so you're using the manual pump. You're using the manual pump. Nah, bro. I'm just gonna go ahead and tough it out. I'm gonna tough it out and go with the spin tool. Every now and then I burn my hands, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, oh yeah, let me show you guys some pictures of the freaking walk-ins. Let me see if I can show you. Let's see what I can show you. Bro, I had this walk-in. I got cold and tired, man. Bruh, I'm tired of the bull. Let's see if I can show you this. Let's see. All right, let me share the screen with. It's not gonna do it. All right, this piece of work right here. This unit, well, this is two different units. I had to show the customer they're only this freezer. They've only got one fan. They've only got one fan. This is a Heatcraft. I've given you guys information for Heatcraft, where to go to Atlanta, Georgia, and take the Heatcraft class. They sell out. Their classes fill up fast. So the drain got blocked up with, let me show you, and the drain heater is shot. So I'm gonna have to replace that sucker. That braided line is the drain heater. This is what was inside. This is what is all inside the freaking drain. The whole drain is full. The entire drain is full of this. So I got out as much as I could, and I said, forget it. I'm gonna have to come back. I already took care of one of the freaking walk-ins at this location. The other one, I said, I'll just be back. I will be back mañana. Let me see what I got here. Yeah, just a freaking hot mess. All right, so now I can see what you guys can see. And like LED Handyman said, hit the like, subscribe if you would. Oh, so the Heatcraft unit, like I said, this stuff is all in the drain. So every time it goes into defrost, the water just stays in there, steams up, and continuously causes problems. So I have these pictures, these videos to show the client what the hell is going on, because I had to bring this to their attention. They were not aware that this was such a big deal. So even just to heat up the whole copper drain line, I had to remove the braided wire. I had to remove the drain heater, which is not even working anymore, to heat up the whole wire. And that whatever the material is stuck in there, it is not. Oh, damn, I'm going the wrong way. The hell is clicking down here below me? So it's always good. So I tried adjusting the door. I tried my best to adjust this damn door. It's done. The door closer is done. This is a Caisson door closer. I have one. I just not have time to go ahead and look for the one I freaking got. Even pulling this one by hand, moving this one by hand, it's not pulling the door closed. I thought at first it was some kind of an adjustment that needed to be made. It is, after I messed around with it, it is not an adjustment. This door closer is not strong enough to pull the door the final couple of inches. So it will pull the door. Well, see, here's the problem. So LED Handyman says use water under pressure to flush. I would, but this drain runs through the wall on the other side of the wall. Then it runs down the line, and then so it has 1, 2, 3. It's got about 4 90s in it, and this sucker is just all. It's just all caked up. Like I said, it's all frozen. So I mean, how are you gonna push ice? It's iced up, man. It's iced up. So I got to take off the braided wire. I got to heat up the copper line because it's only frozen inside the room, and then I can get it out of there. So you could pressurize ice all you want to. That damn ice ain't gonna it ain't going nowhere. Air is gonna push around it, but that damn ice ain't going nowhere. And I think I got a 1094. I got a 1094 somewhere. I gotta clean up that freaking fan. So here's your beloved rationale. The servicer that was there did not close the side panel. This ain't me. They didn't close the side panel. And this looks, it looks exactly like the BKI York that I'm currently working on. There's no difference in that side. I didn't bother moving it. So they left it. So this customer, they have 2. They have the large one that you take the whole cart and slide the whole cart in there. And then, so you can't see it. It goes all the way down to the floor. So they roll the whole cart in there, and then they have a half that's right next to it. And people will typically do that because they'll have it as a backup. So this is the one behind the bar. So I had to take care of this one. So now it's closing. They jacked this freaking door up. They jacked this damn door up. So I had to make the adjustment. Screws were in the door hinge on an angle. I mean, just yeah. You see that? They did that on an angle. This is before I even touched the damn door. Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Was the drain pitched correctly? No, not really. No. So before, and this is the hell, I got one of these damn doors. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that freaking door. Yeah, this is for the freezer in the back. This is just what kind of work this contractor did. This is an exterior wall that leads to the inside. So there's on the opposite side of that wall is where they store rice and flour and stuff. And they got exposed to the elements, those sides. Oh yeah, Marco's Pizza. Marco's Pizza is going to open up in Philly. So for all you, I know you guys watch me over there in Philly. So you got a Marco's Pizza. Their first ever store is going to be in Philly. Are they going to use XLT? Who knows? They use XLT, so it's completely up to this owner which one they're going to go with. But I would still put my hat in the ring, especially since if you guys over there have taken XLT training, I would definitely put my hat in the ring with that owner and let them know that you can help them out. You can help them out. Oh, got another Dukers unit. Look at that. Look at that. Dukers themselves had to come and find out what this customer is doing, that they got multiple units that are coming apart. Multiple units. This is not field repairable. So what Dukers is doing is they are replacing these. Here in Houston, they have their own factory. And fun fact, the Atosa guy jumped ship and he went to Dukers. The client is like, hey, what's going on? I saw the Dukers guy. And the Dukers guy, like, he's Chinese. He only knows a couple of words in English. And a couple of words is, hey, I know you. And the owner's like, Jesus, is there anybody you don't know? So this is currently what's happening with this previous generation of Dukers units. Dukers supposedly corrected this. This is still under warranty. That's how new this is. That's how new this is. So that's what happens when you deal with Blue Air, Dukers, and all these other different units. Now, like I said, this is not repairable. So this one, I went to this one the other day. Oh, so it's a Bally's. Went to this one the other day. It was, yeah, bone dry. Bone dry. Oh, this. I do not like dealing with walk-ins. I hate dealing with walk-ins. This is what the other service guy had cut out. He thought that the metering device was preventing the refrigerant from coming down, but the sight glass was flashing. Mike, anyone watching in Philly is probably too busy arguing over cheesesteaks. Are they opening the doors past the limit? I have no idea. How can I tell you? I only come here. Look at this. So this is what happens when you deal with walk-ins. You deal with walk-ins. So this is some nightclub that just opened up across the street. This is what happens when you deal with walk-ins. You got to get up on a damn roof in the dark, in the evening. There's my damn van. And then here I had to use my light. The same light that I'm using now, that's what I use to light up the roof. Because without it, the roof is pitch black. So that's what I use to light up this, the same light that I'm using now. Oh, bro. Dude, just the work done on this. Look at all the rust and the corrosion. And that's because you can see there's open bins, open tubs. There's onions in that tub. Inside this tub, does it even say onions? Fried something. I don't know. But it's usually like onions or something that's open. It's sliced onions. And then the owner is trying to figure out why the unit is all corroded. Bruh, it's corroded because you got acidic vegetables and fruits. Then there's a 5-gallon bucket of sliced lemons off to the side. And he claimed he's been that's the little one. She was out. I took her to Top Golf the other day. No, all right. So that door, let me show you the door. What happens with the door? See, this is the bottom. This is not the top. The top is fine. The top is fine. The door, the way they have it, the side wall isn't connected to the base. The side wall, I repeat, the side wall is not, there's no bracket, there's no L-shaped bracket that connects, that keeps the sidewall to the base. It is just glued together. It's glued together, it's spray foamed together. Yes, that is the Korean way. And when the spring in the door breaks, it just pops that sucker. So this is actually worse than the other side. And I can say that they're not opening it up past the limit. One, because you see there is a leg there. So they can't open it past the limit. There's a leg there. So that defuncts that. There's a leg right there. There's a table right there that sticks out. So they can't open it past that point. The other one that popped at this very same location, same location was at the wall. They can only open it 90 degrees. They couldn't open it past 90. It was up against the wall, and it still popped and blew out the side wall of the prep table. So, True and everybody else, they have they make it where the side joins with the body, but this, it doesn't, and it'll pop that sucker apart, and it's over with. Yeah, it's over with. So this is looking down, so you can see a whole lot better. And no, so they're not sitting on it or leaning on it. It's just that spring when it pops, it'll break that whole side apart. Let me see what else I got for y'all. Oh, got a freezer. I was having so many issues. This was just a problem child. And then I talked with the factory. They're like, hey man, look at the top and see if you see any burned wires. And damn sure there was some freaking burned wires up there. And so this is for the defrost. So my defrost wires were burned. So sometimes I was getting continuity and sometimes I wasn't. And that's why. So it would get warm, the connection would lose, it would lose connection up there in the Molex plug and no defrost. And other times it would. So you can see here how it blew out. And this is one of the ones for Costco. So it's under the sea of wires till it just finally burned apart. So I was like, what the hell? LED Handyman, I just told you there is no fix. They are replacing the units. It is the way they constructed the unit. They're replacing them at no charge to the customer. So Dukers has their own trucks. They have their own service guys. So they utilized me for the first one. But for the second one, they said, man, what the hell is going on here? Same guys having problems. Let's see if this guy's trying to scam us or something. So they sent the guy out who was the former Atosa guy. And so, yeah, they looked and they said, no, this is popping apart. It's just Korean made, man. It is what it is. It's not a True. It's not a Delfield. It's not a Structural Concept. It is a Dukers. You get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. Oh, yeah. This was the same unit. You'd have to look at some of my other pictures. They didn't clean and they had dirty filters. And they couldn't understand that blocked up filters would stop the ice machine. So I had to explain to them that ice machines need water in order to make ice. And once I explained that to them, then they understood. All right, let me see what else we got here. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, just some other stuff that I was yelling at you guys about. So that is it. That is all. Now, yes, they're replacing it with the new updated. They no longer make them with it. The unit is already about 2 years old. They give these units about a 3-year warranty. So the unit is already about 2 years old, 2.5. And so they've already realized that there is an issue. And so they no longer make it with that same construction technique. They've since changed the technique. If you know anything about these, the mindset, the engineering from that part of the world, I say, oh, we don't need to do this. We can forego that piece of metal. And then we're going to save ourselves millions of dollars. And then they don't. And then it was causing them more. But they think they know so much. And then, you know, they want to point the finger at the damn client. Now, this is Korean made, used by a Chinese restaurant. So, you know, all kind of excuses are made when the failures of their engineering has been brought to light. And then it's, oh, I don't understand. I can't believe this. What is, oh, I don't understand. They used to be so good. When in the hell did they ever used to be so good? Atosa has a not Atosa. Turbo Air has like a 8 to 10 year run. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. I'll give him an 8 to 10 year run. And then the issues that they have with their engineering come to light. Everybody says the same thing. They say, "Oh, I'll never buy another one again." Turbo Air falls out of fashion. They re-engineer the product. They come out with a new one. They say, "Oh, we got 10 years this, 7 years on evaporator and blah, blah, blah." And then people buy it again. There's a whole new crop of restaurant owners and that kind of stuff. And they push the hell out of it. This year, this new style, they have the self-cleaning condensers. And so the previous style, the compressors used to go bad. I just had a guy ask me about a relay on the compressor, and I wanted to tell him so bad, but he's a bottom feeder. But I wanted to tell him so bad, "Hey man, you got a problem with your compressor. You're gonna go ahead and fix that relay, but it's really the compressor's shot. You're gonna fix that relay, and then a month down the road, you're gonna have to go ahead and condemn that compressor." But whatever, he needs to learn. He's damn near 60 years old, but he still needs to learn. But Turbo Air. So Turbo Air got this self-cleaning condenser, but they have no error for the self-cleaning condenser brush when it goes out. And they have told the customer there's no need to check their condenser. There's no need to go back there and clean. So the customer never goes back there and clean. And there's all kind of trash and crap back there. The brush goes out. And of course, the compressor goes out. So what's old is now new again. Turbo Air again has problems with compressors, just like they did 10 years ago. And then people start to say the same thing. "Oh, I'll never buy another Turbo Air again." The cycle just continues and continues. They got about another 5 years of this. They got another 5 years of this for all their compressors to fail again. And it's going to fail typically outside of warranty. So you got to, if you don't fix even without fixing the brush, you just fix the compressor. You tell them, "Hey, now you got to take a look at the condenser. You got to clean the condenser." They don't listen. They don't listen at all. But so is life. It's good money. Good money. But let me show you here. Hold on 1 second. Yo, what other things would you guys like to hear about? What would you like to know? That's not Dukers. It is Dukers. And Dukers does hot and cold side. Hot and cold. So this is Dukers. I told you guys about Dukers. I'm in a city with, once you add in Fulshire, Kingwood, Webster, Galveston, Missouri City, and all that, you're talking about 7 million people here, which is a far cry from the 12 that New York got, but still 7 million people is enough for a factory to throw at least 1 or 2 of their own guys. They still can't get to everything, but they will still, just like the situation where I had, where they'll try to have their own people put eyes on what's going on. And of course they try to hide. They try to hide from everybody what's going on. So Dukers does hot and cold, and they'll use a guy like me because I can do hot and cold. So there's the bar coolers, bar backs. You will find these at bars and stuff like that. They're trying to get into the cake stuff. So you'll get Korean, Chinese, Vietnamese, Cambodian, and a lot of their culture is into bakery, donuts and things like that, wedding cakes and other type of things. So they want, and they try to stay loyal to products made in Asia. So you will typically find more Dukers in Asian establishments than you would anywhere else. So everybody else is going to opt for, is that sound? Everybody else is going to opt for True, Delfield, that kind of thing. Well, like I said, once again, you're Asians from any one of the Asian countries. They're going to try to get an Atosa, a Dukers, MVP, that kind of stuff. Yeah, hit the like button, people. So, let me see here. So the warranty. Where's the warranty? Oh, there's a warranty information. Warranty information. So they're doing a 3-year. What's the 3-year cover? Right. So the 3-year is only on the compressor. Oh, wait. All right. So they are warranty on the cabinet, free from defects. And it is not free from defect. The side wall is busting out. Workmanship, blah, blah, blah. So they know they won't win that in the court. So they are just replacing it. One thing you need to understand is Korean government is backing the Korean brands. The Chinese government is backing. What I mean by that, they are subsidizing. They're subsidizing all of this stuff to destroy the U.S. manufacturers. Your Structural Concepts, your True, your Tralson, that type of thing. But with them skimping and them saying that the American companies are stupid for doing it the way that they're doing it, they're running into their own issues. R290 compressor warranty, you got a 5-year on it. Yeah, they're saying that the polyester oil absorbs moisture, blah, blah, blah. This occurs in ambient conditions. Miami, Houston, San Antonio, Biloxi, Mississippi, South, the panhandle of Florida, that whole thing. Tallahassee. Ooh, see? So if they say, hey, if you go ahead and buy those griddles and stuff like that and try to use them in residential, you get no warranty. You get no warranty on anything. Warranty is non-transferable. That's what you guys gotta understand. If the restaurant changes hands, they go, oh, we got a new name now. Nope, no warranty. The hell is outside playing on my damn air conditioning? Outside, blah, blah, blah. From Paramount, California. I wonder if it's raining. I wonder if that's why it's making a noise out there. But anyway, so that is, hit that. That is what's up. So they got a 3-year. These doors are separating the sidewall from the base around the 2.5-year mark. And then what you got to take into consideration is True, Dukers, Atosa, they're all using the same type of spring. Dukers is using a knockoff, which is why they're having the issue that they're having, but they're all using the same type of spring. So that's what it gives you. That's what happens when they're doing that. Hold on, let me that video. I'm gonna clean up some of this stuff because I've been running, trying to update the videos. Trying to update these videos for you guys. Has anyone signed up for the Alto-Shaam? Anybody signed up for the Alto-Shaam classes? Let me see in the chat. Anybody signed up for Alto-Shaam? Anybody signed up for Alto-Shaam classes? What about Rationale? Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find this freaking rationale information for you guys. What we got here? Yeah, you know, my answer is funny you should say that. It's funny you should say that, LED Handyman. It does mess up. It does mess up when it rains outside. And they know they got a freaking problem. They know they have a freaking problem. Let me see if I can find this for you real quick. I think you guys might want to I think you guys might like this if I could find this rationale. Let me see if I can find this rationale. Requirements. You guys might like it. You guys might like the rationale requirements if I could freaking find it. No. Let me see what else you guys got to say. Nobody's gonna attend Alto Sham. Hold on 1 second. Let me see rationale. Uh-oh, what the hell was that? Pre-authorization. I think I might have found it. No, that's cold draft. Damn it. I'm in my email. ASA. I think I might have found it. This is what I get for trying to find this on the fly. Rationale. And this is going to be from a couple of years ago. Nothing from you guys. Las Vegas. Oh, wow. This is just how far back I go. Damn. All right, let me show you this. Let me remove that. And I'm gonna have to go ahead and show the whole damn screen again. In order for you to see. I don't know why you can't see. I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at. I got my tablet with me, bro. All right. Upcoming holiday. This is me talking. Well, that was 2024. We're seeing a lot of rationale ovens, blah, blah, blah. What the hell was this Amazon? Plenty of tech guys out there. Classes have been limited since the pandemic. This was for the Las Vegas class. Like I said, they closed this warehouse. I have the requirements for rationale. I don't know where the hell it is. This is when they used to have rationale training out in Vegas. They no longer have this facility anymore. Rationale doesn't cover any cost of the hotels. This is back when it was $1,500 for the class. I used to have, this is back in 2018. Rationale used to do, as you can see, they used to do it every single month. And they used to have Chicago and Las Vegas. That's just how much they used to promote training. And now it's gone down to next to nothing. Next to nothing. Oh, yeah, you get everything. So let me see what else. Let me see what else I can find. Cancel this. Rationale. You're going to love this. If I could freaking find it. Attachment. Vegas. Oh God, I got the ASA requirements for Rationale. Where are they? Las Vegas, more Las Vegas stuff. This is 2018. This is 2017. Safesa, yeah, Safesa used to have Rationale training yearly. They don't have any of that anymore. Matter of fact, let me show you guys what Safesa got going on. Damn it, I can't find it. The minute Rationale service. Let's see what I can find. Oh no, all that's old stuff, and it's crazy because if I were to look for the old training schedule, I wouldn't be able to find it. Rationale requirements. This is 2024. Let me see if it's in here. Oh God, I cannot. This is crazy. I can't find it. That's all right. Let me go back and let's see what's the Safesa got going on. So I can show you guys what. Let me stop that. Because you guys got this desire for Safesa. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Upcoming training classes. So all they got is middle management classes. A class in California. New NTT is new tech training. Safesa was created to train technicians for service companies. So this is it's a 5-day class to springboard their career, blah, blah, blah. So the problem you got is you're going to be sinking initially a good 10 grand into these people, and then you don't even know if they're going to stay. So they got this. This is the electric, gas, steam, and a water class. And yeah, that's 5 days. So you got to, as the company owner, you got to pay for the technician to, you got to pay for their per diem. You got to pay for their airfare. Please post a link in the future. You want the link to what? Safesa? I put in the thing, but there's no need. There's no need for that. Safesa costs $2,000 just for you. Let me go with the membership. Join Safesa. I'm not even going to waste my time going over this. So Safesa is all right. We'll go with service agents. Let this pop up. I'm not going to post a link for that. I mean, if you want to go to Safesa, go to Safesa. So you would go and be an affiliate service member. You got to fill out all of this, and this is just for them to consider looking at you. If you are not a skilled technician, if you don't have at least a tech or two, they're not interested in you. I know they're going out trying to get people. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, Safesa is not geared towards a one-man show. They are a way for, you're right, see, any firm, partnership, or corporation actively engaged in the business of servicing both on-site and in-shop. So that's the other thing. They want you to have a shop. For the commercial food service equipment, repairing, maintaining, and providing replacement parts. Because back in the day, you used to have the ability to sell the parts, and the manufacturer would direct customers just to you and to you only. So as an affiliate, you do not get a voting. You do not get a vote. Safesa is, a membership. So you vote for who's going to run Safesa. So it's going to be a member that's going to run Sefesa, and they take turns. You know, so you get once you become president, you can't become president again for I don't know how many years. So you have to put down a deposit. See, they want to know how many techs do you employ. Now they have 0. They didn't have that before. What's your business license number? Qualified to repair on one of these. Does your company provide installation? Because their big thing is being a guide on providing installers for contractors, architects, builders, dealers, that type of thing. So yeah, you got to pay a couple of grand. So here's the fee. You have to pay $200 just to submit, $200 to submit the application for review and approval. That does not mean that you are going to get approved. Just because you put the $250 down does not mean that you're in. This is just the application so they can review it. If your application is approved, you receive an invoice. Oh God, you'll receive an invoice for the annual membership dues. Once this is paid, you will be an official Sefesa member and you will receive membership credentials, and your membership dues are $2,400. So it's gone up from $2,000 to $2,400. So let's not forget, you already had to pay $250 plus you got to pay another $2,240. Now, this is before you even attend a single class. This is before you attend a single class. So let's take a look at those classes now, shall we? Let's take a look. Take a look. It's in the book. It's Sefesa training. Sefesa training. You guys are not going to do middle management. That's California. That's LED handyman. New tech training. No. We'll do the electric, gas, steam, and water. The agua. Ooh, sold out. So if you are a member, member price. So you still got to pay $1,000. So you got to pay $250. Then you got to pay the $2,400. Then you got to pay another $1,000 for the class. Now, mind you, if you don't attend a single class, you've already paid the $250 plus the $2,400. Now, I'm not telling you guys not to do this. I'm just letting you know that these are the costs associated. Just because someone, let's just say they list you. Just because someone lists you, you have to have the ability. You must have the ability. So if someone calls you out, just like you saw with that busted door, if somebody calls you out with a busted door, you're only getting paid from the manufacturer for a warranty. You're not getting paid buku dollars. So now you go out, and this is the same place I had to do the walk-in. So now you go out and they only give you $100-something to do a site survey, or that door was busted, but you paid Sefesa $250, then another $2,400. Then you paid them another $1,000 for a class just to get $125 from a manufacturer. And then you got to wait 30, 45 days for that. Let me preface all of this by saying that Sefesa gave me a 1-year free membership. Sefesa gave me a catalog for free. They gave me access to all kind of stuff that they had. And allowed me to attend the regional meetings. So another part of SFESA is there. SFESA is split up into regions. Let's get into that. SFESA is split up into regions. Annual conference. SFESA Rainbow. All right, so let me get out of this. This damn music is driving me nuts. Oh, excuse me. Page cannot be found. God dog it. All right, there's more than one way to skin a cat. But anyway, so SFESA is split up into regions. I'm in the south. I'm in the southern region. And so in each region, a member is responsible for paying for this, hosting, not the annual, but the regional. So you are not an affiliate member, but a voting member is responsible for paying for the facility, paying for the travel of the SFESA members, paying for the food and all that other kind of stuff and all the marketing materials, because this is all funded by SFESA members. This is a fully self-sufficient organization, and your dues go into all this. I guess they get paid. You might get reimbursed for some of it. I don't know. But the annual conference is in 194 days. You get to go to this. Where is it going to be this year? This is in Arizona. So this is going to be Windy City Equipment's territory. WCE. I think he was a former president of SFESA. I think he was a couple years back. I used to keep up with it. I don't anymore. I really don't. There's a term that's used. It is that I stand apart, which means that we have the same goals. It's just that I am not walking arm in arm with them on these goals. I am with them, but I am not with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm with them, but I'm not with them.
You're not listening to me.
I am with them.
We are same, but different.
Right.
But still same.
So there are benefits to being with SFESA. You would see the benefits. Hold on. You would see the benefits if you had a number of technicians. So you get to wear all the nifty patches and whatnot, like a Cub Scout. You should see these guys in the training class. They got Nate guys got patches, SFESA guys got patches. They got all these patches. You get about 3-4 patches. They run around with the 3 fingers up, the Scouts honor type jazz. So there's that. Where the hell's all my charging stuff? Hold on, because I'm about to lose y'all in a minute. Oh, so you get these patches, and the patches are meant to impress customers. But you know what really impresses a customer? When you fix their shit. That's what impresses a customer. But it's nice. It is nice. It is kind of intimidating when you're sitting in class and these guys got like 15 damn patches, 3-4 on one arm, another one on another, a damn patch like a freaking general. They got little things on their chest. It's nifty. It's nifty and all. Over time you get over it. Is that a Zimzer or is that a female? I don't know. I guess it's a female. I think they're doing their best. I think that's a female. If you're watching this, I'm not messing with you, girl. I do believe this is a woman. I think this video is from like 3-4 years ago. No. You're gonna get hit on that damn sound. Catch a hit. And fun fact, for your money with Sofessa, that's a Turbo Air. Yep, there it is. Turbo Chef. That's Turbo Chef. Fun fact, for your money, you used to have the ice machine training class. So you would go for a week and everyone would show up. Follett would show up. Hoshizaki would show up. And so for a day, so one day Follett trainer would be there with the Follett equipment. Another day, Scotsman would be there with the Scotsman equipment, and so on and so forth. And now it is just not like that. It is just not. It's not that way. It is not that way. So here's the committee and all that other stuff, and you end up with all this other political stuff. My life is simpler. I just want to take the little one to Top Golf in the evening and stuff like that. I don't want to have to go and do this. Oh yeah, and then they got the scholarships. Got the scholarships. I don't have to worry about all this other stuff. Just like Mike Snead said, hey man, on his last thing, he was like, look, bro, I ain't trying to hire no damn I ain't trying to hire no technicians because these guys are a pain in the ass. Facility rental request. What the fuck is that? It's just a whole nother thing you got to deal with. Oh yeah. So they rent out the training facility because they have everything set up, the water, the gas, everything you need. Oh, sure, appliance professional, no problem. No problem. Other people were asking me, so I said, all right, fine, let me dive into it. I'm about to dive in. From Chicago, so I had to do that one. Let's see here. What else they got? Yeah, they got the scholarships and stuff. Let me go back to the training. So let's go back to the training. Courses. Let's see about the courses. So once again, this is because outside of Sofessa, the only real people that have commercial training at this level would be would be Tech 24 with their facility, would be Smart Care with their facility that they inherited from Ecolab, would be who else got $1 million facility? And not just $1 million facility, like one is a $24 million facility, another is like a $2 million facility. And they will include multiple equipment, that sort of thing. So as you can see here, this is all of their training. This is all of their training. 3-day electric, gas, steam, water, middle management, California new tech training, California electric, gas, steam, water. You don't see ovens. So they used to have a 3-day training course where they had Turbo Chef oven one day, they had XLT another day, and then they would have Middleby Marshall the 3rd day. See, and then they got Train the Trainer. These are all classes to give rudimentary training to your technicians so that you can at least they would at least know the basics. So these classes are going to teach them how to use a meter. It's going to teach them Ohm's law. They're going to know water. They're going to know steam. They're going to know drainage, that type of thing. And then your people that have been with you a couple of years, you can send them to train the trainer. See, there's the refrigeration. So they got all year. They only have one refrigeration. Let's see what that is. $1,000. So once again, you pay your first year, you pay the $250 to say, oh please, pretty please, would you let me in your club? They say, yeah, sure, little guy, we'll let you in our club. So they take your $250, you give them another $2,400, and then you gotta give them. So for the privilege of all that, you get to give them another $1,000 every time you go to something. So now you give them another $1,000, and then you got to fly your people out there for refrigeration class. So that goes from the 8th to the 12th. And then you got to pay for the hotel. You got to pay for all of that. But you're going to get a badge after this if they pass the test. They got to pass the test. They got to pass the test. They have to pass the test. So this is going to just cover the basic operation of commercial refrigeration, freezers, ice machines, and the different type of defrost mechanisms. Compressors and electrical circuits, laws of refrigeration. And I know what you guys are thinking. I know exactly what you're thinking. They're going to show you how, teach you about the compression cycle, latent heat, latent and sensible heat transfer methods, cutting. Oh, okay. So how to cut, and then how to bend, and then torching tubing. $250, $2,400, then another $1,000, then airfare, then hotel, and whoever you send, and if it's you, now they're not making you money. They're out there in South Carolina from the 8th to the 12th. Once again, this has its place. I was explaining to this person today, I don't have time to do the training. It is very, like they were asking to do a ride along. And I'm thinking to myself later on today, I'm like, man, if they were to do a ride along, I'd have to tell them they can't talk to me. You cannot talk to me if you're doing a fucking ride along, right? I don't want to hear, what's that? What you doing? I don't want to hear, how did you know that? I don't want to hear, oh man, how'd you get the cuss? I don't want to hear none of that shit. I'm working. You're a passenger. I don't want to hear shit from you. I'm working. And then I got to stop so you can eat. I got to stop so you can piss. I don't stop to eat. I got my damn bars and stuff. I got drinks. I got 2 Milwaukee coolers in the van. I got bars to eat. I got bars that I eat. I got a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm not stopping. If I do go to the restroom, I'm going into, one of the restaurants that I'm working in, and I use the restroom there. And even then, it's gonna be quick, right? Maybe while I'm defrosting something or waiting on something to cycle, then I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Waiting on something to come up the temp, then I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm coming back, seeing what the hell's going on. And if you're a passenger, if you're gonna hang out, I don't want to hear you talk about none of that shit. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear it. How'd you know? How'd you know that was that? Not happening. Shh. You know what I'm saying? Shh. You riding along. Shh. Yeah. You're not going to bother me. You're not going to slow me down, because all of that costs me money. You must understand that all of that costs me money. Every second that I spend to divert my eyes from what the fuck I'm working on to go and okay, so don't forget on this. And when you're doing that, I'm not working. I'm not here to fuck with you. I'm here for the money. I'm here for the money. Money. Dinero. Here for the money. So I'm not trying to talk to you or even talk to you while I'm working. No. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. It ain't happening. Just straight up, it ain't happening. So anyway, so you got to go all the way at the end. Oh yeah, then you got to pay for your damn food. You got to pay for your freaking food while you're out there, or you got to pay for your employee to be out there. Oh yeah, then you got to pay for your hotel. You got to pay for your hotel. So this is the hotel they want you to stay at. Anytime you go to Cefesa, you need to stay at their hotel. Well, it's not their hotel, but it's the hotel that they choose Why? Because the shuttle is going to take you back and forth from the facility. The shuttle is going to take you back, so you don't have to worry about none of that. They'll call and wake your ass up, all of that. Yeah, my apps, it's money time. It's not time to talk. We could talk when we in the van, but when we're working, I'm communicating with the customer. I'm communicating with the kitchen staff. Hey, what's going on? What you say? What is it doing now? What, that kind of thing. I've got customers I've been taking care of for over 7 years. So it's not like you're gonna learn, man, how'd you get the customer? Bro, I got the damn customer 7 fucking years ago. What are you talking about? 7 damn years ago. And you take care of the same customer. Any other technician is going to take care of the same customer. You guys got the game fucked up. You're not supposed to be chasing, I'm advertising online to get customers. I get new customers every day. Wrong. That's not how it's done. That's not how it's done. That's not how it's done. You get a customer and you take care of that customer until they fucking close the restaurant down. That's how you take care of the customer. You take care of them. If you are taking care of your customer, equipment is one less thing your customer has a money drain with. Equipment is one less thing they have to worry about. I went out and took care of the 2 customers with their walk-ins so they didn't lose $10,000, $15,000 worth of product. You understand? You take care of your customer will be healthy and viable. Now, you can't control food costs. You can't control employees and stuff like that. But you taking care of your customer can alleviate these replacement costs on equipment and repair. How are you alleviating repair costs? By taking care of preventative maintenance, by being proactive when you're working on stuff. I always bring up other stuff, just like I went to work on the walk-in because I went out for a dishwasher and I said, damn, dude, you know that door don't close? And they said, oh yeah, that door never closed since we've been here. I said, well, shit, I have to take care of that. And then on the way out, I saw the other door. I said, well, they said, hey, you can take care of that. Could you take care of this other door? And I said, Jesus, man, the other door don't close either. Went out there. So you're helping your customer at least with spoilage, health department citations, that type of thing. Believe it or not, the staff will leave and go to another restaurant. Why? Because it's too hard to work at this restaurant. Equipment is not working. They got to do this, they got to do that. They could just go over to another place. They're getting paid the same money regardless. So why would they have to go ahead and finesse the equipment to get it to work? They'll just go somewhere else where they could just sit and chill all day. So my app says this. He says commercial is completely different from residential. That is correct. That is correct.
That's it.
You are getting lifetime customers. Ideally. Just like I said today, one of the customers, the owner had died. He had cancer and took him within a year. So now I'm dealing with new people, but the new people brought me on. Why? I took care of their restaurant. And then now they brought me in. They called around, hey man, who can we trust? My name came up. So they brought me into the fold. So now I'm taking care of 3 restaurants for these guys. Because they got me doing the service, they've actually they're trying to do this facilities, sort of like a business management, because Asians will, they believe in restaurants as a vehicle for making money. And not just that, a vehicle for taking relatives, and they will shove relatives in there. So you're not just giving relatives money. That's the thing that a lot of other groups do. They end up having to help that relative. Oh, give him money. But no, Asians say, put his ass on the cook line. make that mother sucker take food orders. Put them behind the bar. That is what they'll do in some of these other communities. So they're not just going to give that relative money and say, now you know you got to pay me back. No, your ass is going into indentured servitude. You're gonna go work at the bar. You're gonna be serving drinks. Okay, you're gonna be serving drinks at the family restaurant, and that's what they do. Now the owners of the restaurant, like I said, this one, she isn't even in the restaurant. She does other stuff. The husband died. Some other people are taking over, and now that they got me, they're eyeing some other restaurants that they're gonna take over. So I mean, hey, I told them, do your thug thizzle, man. As long as the money's good, they don't argue with me about what I'm charging. They don't have an issue with me about what I'm charging, and I stay a man of my word. Everything's cool. Everything is cool. My app says learning from you, trying to learn the vision. Trying to learn the vision.
This is it. I'm telling you, this is it. Can you dig it?
And you dig it. And you dig it. So that is the difference between the commercial and residential. Residential, you're always looking for the next call. Commercial, I don't need to worry about the next call. All my customers are going to call me when something comes up. Now, there are things that are going to pop up that I have no control over. Let's say a deep fryer call comes up. I have no control over the users of that deep fryer having extra food bits in there, using extra batter and the batter falling off into the fryer, and then the fryer is tripping on a high limit, right? I'm doing the ice machines quarterly. You have to realize that for someone like me, each customer has a certain dollar amount with it. I know every month I'm going to get X amount of dollars from this customer, that customer, this customer. Some people, maybe they got 10 restaurants. Some might have 5. And I know, hey, I'm going to do all the ice machines here. I know I'm going to do all the deep fryers. I'm going to do this. So every month something is going to come up, and you got a budget with these people, and you're going to take care of X amount of pieces of equipment. And then the older the location gets, the more you do. The newer the customer, if you have a new customer that you jump on board with, you know that you have a high likelihood that you're not going to have to do a seal system repair for a good 5 to 7 years. If you're cleaning condenser coils, you're making sure door gaskets are good. You're making sure they're not dumping caustic material into the refrigeration unit. They're not storing limes and uncovered. You stand a good chance of not having to do seal system repair for 5 to 7 years. That's why some places, if you don't want to do seal system, you want to stay your ass away from nightclubs and bars. They're dealing with sugary substances. So you want to leave that one alone. Just different stuff like that. Just different stuff like that. But the newer the customer is, the least the likelihood of you not having to do seal system repair. The older the client, the more likely that you're going to have to do seal system repair. Some have budgets, and they say, hey, after this piece of equipment gets so old, we're going to pitch it, especially if they're going with something mid-grade, but high quality stuff. They're gonna keep it for 20 years. But if they're going with something that's only a couple of grand, they're gonna pitch it because you're gonna charge them a couple of grand to fix it, to do a seal system anyway. So the likelihood of them wanting to do a seal system is very, very low. Very low. So let me see here. Hold on one second. Let me go back. Let me go back. Because I got a Safesa. I don't know why this is not working. Let me do Safesa. I think my Safesa, South meeting or something. South regional 2025. Is it San Antonio again? I think it's San Antonio. We're always doing, they are always doing something in San Antonio. Like I said, I don't have a problem with Cefesa. I do not have a problem with Cefesa. It is just that Cefesa is very expensive. And they used, I don't know if they're doing these classes like in the old days where they used to have a bunch of different manufacturers come for one training class for the week, and they would cycle in and out, and they're just not putting it out there on the calendar. I don't know. That I do not know. And what the hell happened to, hold on a second. Where did this go? Cefesa. '25. I think, is it Colorado? Hold on, maybe it's Colorado. Maybe it's Denver this year. Is it Denver? Let's see. Yes, it is. I think it's Denver. It's Denver. It's Denver. It's Denver for me. It's Denver. The lunch sponsor is Partstown. Facility, the Redstone Group is the host. Oh, Spaceman. Oh, what a way to bribe the service companies. So yeah, it is this year. My region is Denver. And so they're bribing everybody by Spaceman is bribing all the big time guys. And by sponsoring this is what's going on. By Spaceman sponsoring Cefesa, this meeting, now you don't, no matter what feelings you have on Spaceman, you don't talk poorly about Spaceman no matter what. You don't talk about Spaceman no matter what.
Well, if you listen, I'm going to tell you, right?
Money talks. Marcone is there for breakfast. So that's them saying, hey, don't forget, we got commercial parts now. No, don't worry. Partstown is there too. What is it? Where does Partstown at? Is that sound outside? Yeah, lunch is sponsored by Partstown. What the hell is outside? It's bizarre. That is bizarre. There's nothing outside. I keep hearing this tapping sound. There's nothing out there. The fuck is that sound? Let's see here. Redstone. I don't know who the hell Redstone is. But whatever they are, they're a service company for Cefesa. I think last year it was San Antonio. Oh, that reminds me. If anybody is in Denver, Colorado, or southwest, west of Denver, there is there's a service call for Costco. I think it is a Royal. I think it's a Royal piece of equipment. Contact me. If you're out that way and you're willing to do a call for Costco, they got one out that way. If you're in Dallas, Texas, also contact me. I got an ice machine, a COD ice machine call for you on. It's a Hoshizaki branded as a Perlick. It's a Perlick outdoor under counter nugget machine. But it's a Hoshizaki. So Hoshizaki gave them my number. Even though they're in freaking Dallas, they still gave them my number. on some hope and a prayer that I would come and I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Free tickets? Okay, so they're making the regional classes free. So they're making the regional classes free. Whoa. Yeah, so Safesa is on this. They need to add people. So I guess they've got the sponsors to pony up to cover people to attend these regional meetings. It's not illegal for companies regionally to get together to set prices. It's only illegal for industry, for an oligarchy to get together. That would be about 5 companies to come together and control the prices for the entire country. That is illegal. So collusion between a whole bunch of people with a particular industry is not, to say, hey, look, man, let's keep these prices high. Let's charge for this. Let's charge for that. So they're definitely, going to be talking about that in these different meetings. Let me see here. Oh yeah, let me see. Are they still using those 5 old school books? I think they're still using these 5 old books. And you don't have to be part of Safesa to read this stuff, but most of you guys are not motivated to teach yourselves, which is going to negatively affect you. Oh, there's a Cleveland steamer, which is going to negatively affect you when you're trying to learn. You're trying to learn this stuff. They're expecting that you already know, and they're trying to give you intimate details, and you don't even know basic details. So these are the books that they've made up. They used to use these books that were from the 80s. And the books were on steam, one book on gas and that kind of stuff. And you could buy them on, hold on one second. Safesa training book. Let me see here. Gas. There we go. Here's the books. Bang. Let's see if you guys can see them. Yeah, you guys can see them. So these are the books that I believe Safesa used to use. I don't know if they're still using it. It says that this gentleman here, does it even say that he was part of Safesa? But these, I don't know if they're still the books that you're supposed to use as Safesa, but these are the books for electric, gas. See, they're even in the same order. Electric, gas, refrigeration, steam. So you could buy the books. Excuse me, $175. You could buy the books. You don't have to be part of Safesa. But if you choose to be a part of Safesa, now you have an instructor to cover all of this stuff. And then they have their own books now. They got their own manuals that they put together. So for all you guys out there thinking that you're inventing something new or this stuff has never existed before, no, this has existed.
You're not listening to me.
This stuff predates you. Look at how old the damn books are. Look at how old the books are. These damn books were created before your ass was even born. This guy, if I go into his history, I think he made it. So for most of you guys, I don't know, but I think he made these books in the 80s, or was it the 70s? So he was a servicer in 1972. President of Certified Service Center, because I think he had something to do with starting Safesa or something like that. CSC Coker. So see. So he had something to do with the beginnings of Safesa, and that's why Safesa used to use these books, or maybe they still do. Maybe they still do. Are you learning? Are you gaining something here today? I know where all the bodies are buried. I know where all the bodies are buried. I may not talk about it because it really ain't got nothing to do with anything. It ain't got nothing to do with you guys being profitable. It's got nothing to do with you guys getting a client. This is just, history. But this guy, he was part of CSC. And CSC is their own group. Oh, let me show you guys CSC. Yep, CSC service. No. All right, let me do this. Like CSC Coker, CSC Coker. So there are a number of CSC service companies, and Coker is just one of the. Let me just go to Coker, and then from Coker, I'll Coker service. And Coker was president of Cefesa some years ago. Coker was president of Cefesa. I have my issues with Coker. They, when I was a kid, I had a bad experience with them in Chicago. Now, later on in these years, they allowed me to attend a couple of trainings. I've actually bought parts from them, but what is previously occurred, it still occurred. You know what I'm saying? You could forgive, but you never, ever forget. You never, ever forget. God damn, where the hell is Coker's stuff at? It's CSI Coker. CSI Coker. And see, that's the thing. Like I said, we're hard to find. You could find us through 35 years, Coker Service 1984. You could find these people through Cefesa. So they don't really advertise. Service companies don't really advertise. So you find service companies through manufacturers, you find them through dealers, you find them through distributors, you find them through architects, and that's that sort of thing. So let me see so this is Coker, the president of Coker. See, this is the Chicago location. Still on North Avenue. You walk through that door underneath that white sign right there, you walk in, and they say everywhere, hey, we sell parts. But if you walk your black ass in there, they'll be like, what do you want? I'm like, I'm here for parts. You know, you said you sell parts. I'm here for parts. So, yeah, Chicago is Chicago. But Coker has become a little more inclusive. So this is, hey, they put this stuff right on the front. Appliance professionals. Damn it, man. Why are you not paying attention, brother? Uh-oh, you guys couldn't see that. Why are you not paying attention? You're not listening. God damn, you're not listening.
Well, if you listen, I'm going to tell you, right?
All right, brother. You're making us lose time here. All right, see, what the hell is it? Cefesa? Just a simple goddamn search, and you will find the answer to your damn question, brother. Cefesa courses. You need to go to the damn website. You go to the website, training classes. You don't want middle management. We'll just go with electric, gas, steam, and water. Now, right here, non-fucking member, $2,000. The class is sold out. Member price is $1,000. So, if you are a non-member, it's $2,000. In order to become a member, you got to pay the $250. Then, if they accept you, they want $2,400. Once they accept you, then to attend the class, it's now $1,000 plus hotel, plus travel, plus food.
Well, if you listen, I'm going to tell you, right?
You're not rich. Blame yourself. You don't think?
If you do not pay for all that stuff, it's $2,400. per training class. And what they've decided to do as of a couple years ago is make some classes member only. So the classes that are not about electric, gas, steam, and water aren't even available to you if you're not a member. So like the ice machine classes, member only. Members only. Hold on 1 second. I gotta change this freaking battery. Unless I got another cord here. Y'all gotta, you guys gotta pay attention, man. Let me see if this damn cord. No, that cord's too short. Hold on 1 second. That's because I was using my stuff for the freaking cans and everything else. So you must be able to do this stuff on your own. You have to be, you have to think on the fly. Because there's no one, you have to think on the fly because there's no one to save you. You're going to be out there on your own the vast majority of the time. After a certain hour, you're not going to be able to get a hold of tech support. On certain days, you're not going to be able to get a hold of tech support. You have to rely on your own skills. You guys can't see it, but I have a whole library here. Just like I'm able to hold up all of this Follett stuff. Just like I'm able to hold up all of the Follett. I have the same thing with Istro. I got the same thing with what do I have here? Oh yeah. Like I said, I got the same thing with Stolting. Got the Stolting book. I got the same thing with FryMaster. I got all the stuff with not Turbo Chef. This is let me see if I can see you guys. I got the same thing with Mary Chef. So this is one I went Coker allowed me to attend the class at their facility because it's up to the facility to say, no, we don't want that SOB at our facility. We don't want them attending our class. That is their prerogative. That is their right. Or you could be a coward and piece of shit and say, yeah, he can attend, and then make me sit and wait for you to come out there, and then you never come out there, just so you could look good at the front of the factory, but then never let me attend. So that's what one servicer did to me. They told the factory I can attend, and now the factory has to have these freaking classes once a month so people can go. And that was Mary Chef, all the schematics and all that good stuff. This is the FryMaster book. Every single FryMaster made, all their guides and stuff is in here. So I got my own library. If a manufacturer has training material, best believe I have it. Unless it's, something like I have some rationale. Let me see. Let's see if I got one. Do I have a rationale book? Damn, this is Henny Penny. I have some rationale. Oh, this is Henny Penny. I have some rationale training stuff, but it is there's no training codes in there. Just like with Taylor, I don't have any Taylor codes in there. So it's any information I have is useless because I can't get into to perform any of those functions. You need the code to perform the functions. You need the code to even talk to tech support. And I don't have any of that. So those things I don't have. But everything else, I got that kind of stuff. So this is, hold on 1 second. Let me go. Let's go back. California. So like I said, we went over this, and you don't see anything for ovens. You don't see anything for dishwashers. You don't see anything for ice machines. They got train the trainer. There's California. There's refrigeration, which is just going basic refrigeration. Here's another one. Oh, there's ice machine. Oh, there's combi oven. All right, so let's see I spoke too soon. So there's dishwasher, there's pizza oven. So let's jump into this. Let's jump into, we'll start with the ice machine. So all of these, and now, mind you, you paid your $240, $250. Then you pay your $2,400. And so now come Halloween, you have to fly on over to South Carolina or drive over to South Carolina. And then you got the same classes that you take for free or for 35 or $75 each, you now have to pay $400 plus the airfare, plus the travel, plus the hotel, because you got to be there from the 27th to the 31st. So we'll do one. And just like I told you, members only. Members only. You cannot attend these classes unless you are a member. So if you want to get around the fact, you say, oh, can a non-member attend any of these Sefesa training classes? They thought about it and they were like, nope, we got to take care of our own people. So now you have to pay $400 and you got to stay all those days for this. Let me see if they are going to, they used to tell you which manufacturers were doing their classes. So it is 4 consecutive one-day classes, just like I told you before. So one day with Scotsman, one day with Manitowoc, one day with Hoshizaki. And then the other day, I don't know who they're going to have, if it's going to be Follett or Isomatic. Why they don't have Scotsman and Isomatic on the same day is beyond me. It's their brother and sister companies. They're both owned by Ollie Group, so I don't see what the big deal is all about. So they're not even telling you. Years ago, they used to tell you who was going to be in the freaking class. So this is not even telling you. Now, you still get your certificate. And this is only, look at that, it's only 10 students. So you got to wait all year. You got to wait all year. And then only 10 people can attend this thing that is only 1 year. Once a year. $250, then $2,400, then $400, and only 10 people can attend. And they're not even telling you who's going to be there. We know Manitowoc is going to be there. We know Hoshizaki is going to be there. More than likely, Scotsman is going to be there. But who the fourth one is, I don't know. They're not saying. They're not saying. Is it going to be Isomatic? Is it going to be Follett? Who knows? Mike, I'm not asking about training classes. I want to crash. No. Anybody, you want to crash the Region 2 meeting? No. All right. Hold on one second. Region 2 meeting. Region 2. Hold on. Sefesa. Yeah, anybody can go. Remember I told you that. Sefesa. Regional 2 meeting. Yeah, anybody can go. Anybody can go. I don't know why you would want to go, but okay. What's the point? I mean, really, what is the point? So Region 2 last year was in Atlanta? All right, we're going to share this. Oh, damn it. I'm going to share this. Hold on. Come on, man. We're going to share this. Where the hell did Region 2 go? That's nuts. What do you... I have never been to a regional meeting. What would be the point of that anyway? You're in Kentucky? Yeah, so Atlanta would be yours. If they... I don't know where it is this year. Yeah, I know it expired. Oh, Region 2 was in Milwaukee. Region 2 was in Milwaukee. General Parts was the host. Kason was the sponsor. Kason is the manufacturer of that closer, that door closer for the walk-in that I need to replace. So I'm gonna get another one. It was a 1024, door closer. So you're in Kentucky. Ooh, Kentucky is a close one. It can go either way. I don't get it. Why you wanna? Oh, they did a tour of the Alto Sham factory. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it because you're gonna be there. So here's who goes to the Sefesa regional meeting. So the owner of that Sefesa service company in that region, and then they're usually their number one, number two in charge is gonna go with them. So I don't see what the point is. I really don't. Let's see what we can find here. Sefesa. $2025. I don't understand why their website isn't working. I really don't know. Regional meetings. Let's see if this yeah, here it is. I don't know why it wouldn't take me directly there. Picture Man, what's happening? So your region, you are in Kentucky. Kentucky. Oh, yeah. So you are in that same region with Illinois. So you're in the region that where my father is, and that blue is region 2. So yeah. So yours last year was in Wisconsin, so it ain't gonna be Wisconsin this year. So where the hell is it gonna be at this year? Region 2. Oh, Chicago. Oh, you'd have to go to Chicago. Of course, it's gonna be Parstown, the home of Chicago's the home of Parstown. Ooh, Marcone. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. K-Sun is in Wisconsin, I believe. Parstown in Chicago. Marcone is gonna be there because they got financial backing too, and they're missing a sponsor. So you got to wait all the way till August. Oh, you got to actually meet at Partstown. Oh, Partstown office is in Addison. They used to be off of North Avenue. So you got to go hang out with the R2D2 robots. So you're just gonna go over there and just be bombarded by Partstown with order more parts. So it's Itasca, Resort and Spa, Hampton. There's a corporate code. Addison. See, they're on Swift Road. So this is where Partstown is. I used to work on Swift Road many moons ago. Many moons ago. But I don't know what you're gonna get out of the regional meeting, because I got absolutely nothing to do, and it's free. See, zero charge. So you can go ahead and attend. They want people to attend. I was explaining to the person that I talked to earlier that, hey, look, unfortunately, people are passing away on a weekly basis. People are passing away at a weekly basis, and there's no end in sight. The boomers are going away. God bless their souls, but the boomers are going away, and there is no future. No one has a succession plan. So Sefesa is just shrinking. Everyone is just shrinking. All these major players are just eating their own. You got one major player paying managers from their competitor to come over to them if they bring over a certain number of people. So now you got employees jumping ship from company to company, and they're stealing the best guys. They're stealing the best guys. So it's like, hey, I can't blame these guys. Hey, they are throwing 6-figure salaries at these managers and then giving them bonuses for bringing over 5 or 8 guys from their other company. And then they're turning around and giving those technician bonuses for jumping ship and coming over to them. So it is a dog eat dog situation. So Cefesa is doing all that they can to try to grow the industry. I am doing what I can to try to grow the industry. People are they're just now starting to see that the people I'm bringing along are not destroying the market. The people that I'm bringing along are not eroding the charging structure, right? So a guy that's running around out there charging a bargain basement price is never going to get anywhere. A guy that's out there charging a bargain basement price is not going to gain market share against, let's just say, a Coker. Coker guys are trained. They have over $1 million worth of inventory within parts at their facility, at their warehouse. So they have over a dozen technicians. So Coker, and I just showed you a picture of that rationale. So they have all of that advantage over me. The customer don't give a damn about price. They need the machine working. They don't care if I fix the machine for $300. I don't have the part. Coker has the part. So Coker is going to come out. They're going to fix it within 24 hours. I will not be able to fix it within 24 hours. And if I would only charge a fraction of what they're charging, the customer's missing out on money. I'm not making enough to survive. I would not be a threat to I would never have enough money to even hire technicians. If I wanted technicians, I wouldn't be profitable enough to hire technicians. And that is the name of the game. You need to hire technicians if you mean to grow. And why? Oh, okay. They got me down for meeting 2 and meeting 3. So yeah, if you wanted to go around and go to each meeting, they say, hey, come on down. It is free. It is free for you to go down and have honeydew melon and coffee and bagels and donuts and sit down and have whatever hotel steak dinner they're serving, whatever poached chicken, whatever that they're doing. And by the way, Follett, when Follett has a training class, they give you a steak dinner. You have your choice between fish, steak, or chicken. Whenever Follett has a class, they feed you, to the best of their ability. It's hotel steak, but still steak. And then those Follett classes are free. So that's it. Anything else that you guys wanted to know about Cefesa? So Cefesa has their bright spots, and that is, let me make sure you guys can see. Cefesa has their bright spots, and that is that they do offer. Oh yeah, let me go back to the training. Is that they do offer? They do offer training. Unfortunately, you gotta wait. You gotta wait till the damn end of the year. So let's go all the way back. You gotta wait till the end of the year. Let's go to page 3. Gotta wait till the end of the year for ice machine, gas, water. Oh, okay, I guess it's page 2. My bad. Combi ovens. So let's go into details on combi ovens. Since they didn't tell us who the hell the ice machine manufacturers are. Once again, members only. $250, $2,400. Then you got to pay $400. This class used to be $700 or $800, and they dropped the price down to $400 if you were a member. And you got to go to South Carolina. Who watched that Key and Peele skit where the dude be like, "You coming down to High Point, Carolina, to my God?" He had that karate class. You tackle and grapple. That shit was hilarious. Tackle and grapple. November 3rd through the 7th, the combi ovens, and you don't even know who the freaking combi ovens are gonna be. Chances are it's gonna be Rationale, but here's the thing: Rationale class is a week and a half. This is only, from the 3rd to the 7th, and maybe they do some kind of condensed Rationale class. I don't know who's gonna be there. You don't even know. $250, $2,400. Then the class is $400 for combi oven training with manufacturer to be determined. Yeah, manufacturer to be determined. So that's the combi ovens. Oh, dishwasher. Let's see what they got with the dishwasher. Once again, $400. Manufacturers to be determined, because they are so close to Champion Industries, the dishwasher manufacturer. They used to do Champion training. And they almost always did Jackson. No matter who's owned Jackson typically shows up and does a class for Safesa. But we don't know. 10th through the 4th. And Champion, as you know, is 2 days. Jackson, 2 days. But we don't know. And it goes on and on like this. $250, $2,400 annually. And then you got to pay for classes. And right now we don't know who the hell it is. And this is members only. Manufacturer to be determined. And this is this fryers? Oh, this is pizza ovens. So usually it's going to be Middleby Marshall. Turbo Chef usually does a class with them. So you could usually depend on Middleby Marshall and Turbo Chef at the very least. Then if it's going to be XLT, if they show up, or if it's going to be Extreme, if they show up, that is to be determined who the third or fourth one, because it's usually like 3 or 4 pizza oven manufacturers show up, because it is a whole week. Let's see here. But like I said, this is merely speculation. Who the hell is going to be there for fryers? Usually Fry Master shows up. And this is the one place that you're going to be able to get Pitco training. So it's usually Fry Master and Pitco show up. I don't know what they're going to do with Ultra Fryer. Now that Pitco owns Ultra Fryer, they're basically killing off Ultra Fryer. They're making all the parts expensive and directing everyone to Pitco, and people are resisting. They are resisting, and they are going with anything other than Pitco, and I don't blame. So there we go. So that at the end of the year is when they're doing all the specific training: ice machine, combi oven, dish machine, pizza, fryer. Who? Your guess is as good as mine. And then they go right back to electric, gas, steam, and water for Christmas. I do not teach you guys to do something I do not teach you guys to do something outside of what the manufacturer is specifying. I've only ever told you guys to go to the manufacturer for training. No problem, brother. No problem. I've only ever told you guys to go to them. So
there are things we know we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know.
So the problem you have with training, let me make myself a little bigger, and then I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna get up out of here because I've already done an hour and then now another 2 hours and 30 minutes. Problem you got with training that is outside of the factory, you're not privy to factory issues. Just like I showed you guys with the door that's breaking free from the frame on those Dukers. You have certain issues. These manufacturers have been making this stuff this way for decades. The parts that they're using they change because the parts that they're using, those suppliers have to update their parts, mainly because their other suppliers, the suppliers of the suppliers, no longer are able to source some of that stuff anymore. So things have been updated, and when things get updated, there are some bugs that have to be worked out. I had a pizza oven pit. No, damn. Pfizer pit. Damn. Pfizer. It starts with a P. Peerless. Peerless ovens. They can no longer use analog controls. They are now using these digital controls. Federal government says, see, Peerless is over 100 years old. I deal with a lot of companies that are over 100 years old. As you can imagine, if the company is 100 years old, they're still selling product that is basically unchanged from 100 years ago. Very few minuscule changes that have been made to their products over the last 100 years. You're not going to have that many issues, right? So the issues that you have are going to be the wearable parts, which they don't cover. They're going to say, hey, man, that's a wearable part. If you didn't have this oven calibrated from jump, you're done. You're done, son. You're done. It's over with. You got to pay for this. So look at this. These deck ovens, you go back 100 years and the damn oven looked just like this. Matter of fact, these ovens haven't changed since late 70s, early 80s. So now, if you see me work on any of these, there is now a module down on the lower right-hand side. Up at the top where you saw these dials, they're now digital displays. And that is because the federal government said, hey, it's not efficient to have these analog controls. Plus, the material inside these controls are poisoning our water. They're poisoning, you're putting it in the landfill, and that toxic material is leaching into the water table, and it's killing us. So we don't want that. We want you to use some computer controls, some probes that are not using such toxic chemical. Yeah, you got to dig up the earth to make these other boards and all this other stuff. But we don't want the other stuff. We don't want the mercury poisoning. We want some cobalt poisoning. So give us that cobalt poisoning now. We'll deal with that when the time comes. So, and they still haven't even updated the freaking website. They still haven't even updated the website because the damn units don't even look like this anymore. I got to do this. Peerless deck oven for sale for you to even freaking see what one looks like now. Let's see if we can find one so you can see what one. There we go. There's the baby. Let's see if we can find. Come on, man. Look at that. You gotta go to another company to even freaking find it. So here it is. So this one got the control up at the top. So the new digital control is up at the top. Everything else is the same. All the panels, the door, the stones, the fan. That's some things that changed as time has progressed. Motors have changed, so they had to update with the motor, and now they got these new variable speed fan motors and stuff that they're using, and they're going along with it. So I'll go through all this to say that they got these new controllers, and certain things are disrupting the controllers, and it's causing issues. So they're finding out that if they're having power fluctuations, it might take out an oven. And the customer don't understand because they might have two ovens. The bottom oven is their main oven, and the top one is the backup. And so when the bottom oven goes out, they go, well, the top oven is fine. I'm like, yeah, asshole, you ain't been using the top oven. Top oven stays off because it's your backup oven. So when you had these damn power fluctuations, it took out the controller on the bottom. So it's just stuff like that. And then, of course, they're not going to, the factory's not going to say nothing. They're just going to be like, hey, we're going to send you a new one. Send us that other one back. We need that other one back. Okay, see, and they're showing Baker's Pride with a digital control because the federal government said, hey, man, you got to make these changes. And it's only helping them because in other countries, they want the digital control in other countries. So this is helping these U.S. manufacturers to sell their product in other countries. You've already seen that one with Pizza Group where they got it, electric elements at the top, electric elements at the back. Europe is basically abandoned most of their gas stuff. They're still using gas with those brick oven, dome pizza ovens. But for everything else, for a deck oven, you can forget about gas. Deck ovens are 99% of the time, they're going to be electric. They kind of look at the customer crazy if they want a deck oven with gas. They're like, oh, but you can't get, possible, you can't get the oven to do the right thing with the gas. Capiche? You need the electric, huh? Hey, hey. So, as you can see here, there are companies that all they do are sell pizza ovens, and these people get very specific. They get very specific. This is a thing. So you have people that just sell pizza ovens. They'll deliver them. They'll fly out. They'll have a team install it, calibrate them, and the whole nine. Baker's Pride. I don't service as many Baker's Pride here in Texas. You'll see more Baker's Pride on the East Coast, all up and down the East Coast. Your New York. I think Baker's Pride is from Philly or something like that. Let's see where the hell Baker's Pride is out of. You're going to see more Baker's Pride on the East Coast because they're still stuck. You still got some old school guys that are stuck on the old ways, but people that are in their 30s and 40s, they are opting for the new electric because it is, what did the guy say? It's $5 a day per deck. It's costing them on electric. It's costing them $5 a day to operate an electric deck oven that gives them no cold spots, $5 a day versus the gas, where you used to have the gas. Back in the day, these ovens never went off. They turned them off maybe on Sunday night, and then they turned them back on Tuesday morning. And then it took all day Tuesday morning to get them damn things ready for, they would just be ready come 5 o'clock. And that's not the case anymore. Now, 5 minutes. 5 minutes with an electric deck oven. 5 minutes. Oh, yeah, I want to see where Baker's Pride, Tennessee, Smithville, Tennessee. All right, Smithville, Tennessee is where Baker's Pride is. Parstown handles the tech support. So if you ever have a Baker's Pride that needs service, you can do service on it. You have to call Parstown first, and then Parstown will determine if they're going to issue you the service ticket or if they're going to go with the Sefesa company. Let's see here. See if y'all got anything else to say. How to buy, dealers. See, so people, you schedule a demo, buy online, special financing, and then they will see A Smart. I deal with A Smart here in Houston. There's Budget Restaurants. I deal with them. There's JKS. I deal with them. I don't deal with Texas Metal Equipment. I don't deal with Kesco. I deal with Lone Star Restaurant. They're all the way up in Austin. Oh, that's why I don't know who Kesco is. They're in Bryant, Texas, which is way out of my way. I'm down here. As you can see, I'm all the way down here. Ah, shoot. And you got all these dealers over here. You got all these dealers here in Houston. And this is for freaking Baker's Pride. You can imagine what some of the other stuff is. So, service announcement. Baker's will now require authorization numbers to be issued before service agents respond to warranty service call. So you got to call Parstown. So typically you're going to call Parstown when you're out there. They want you to do it before you, if you do this before you schedule the service call, Parstown is going to send out someone else. They're going to say, thank you for letting us know. And they're going to call somebody else. So when you're out there, then you call them, you tell them you're there, you get the model serial number, and then you have a greater chance of you getting the call. So here we go. All of these people are, make sure you guys can see. Okay. All of these companies are Sefesa member companies. Armstrong is Sefesa. United Service Technologies is Sefesa. There's another Armstrong. It's all the same company. They just got 2 offices. Dawson is, I believe Dawson is Sefesa. 1 of 10. And hell, he's in Cloverfield. Yeah, that's way up there. Let me see if Dawson is Sefesa. Hold on a second. And I don't know. I have never seen Dawson. About us, Sefesa, headquarters, board of directors. Oh, they got members. So there's Coker. There's Coker right there. I don't know who the hell Robert Harris is. I don't know who that guy is. I know he's like Steve. This guy's like 3rd generation. Coker, I think, is 2nd. Patty. Nick Cribb. He was. Oh God, was he with Coker too? I think Nick Cribb was with Coker. Oh, who the hell are these guys? I don't know who these guys are. There's Josh Zolan. He's Windy City. He's the son. It says. I think he's running Windy City though. I think she's now president of Sefesa. She was the director. I think she's the president. So let me see here if I can find membership. Let me see if I can find the members of Sefesa. Service locator. Yes. So let's go with service locator. If the damn thing will let me do it. Come on, service. Ah, there it is. Finally. All right, I'm going to let you guys catch up. Service zip code 77006. Find listing. Oh, there we go. Damn, they need to do something on this freaking website. Oh, Coolers Inc. is on there for my market. There's Coker. Of course, he was, this is Houston office. He was Sefesa, head of Sefesa, president, Tech 24. You guys know that ARC Mechanical, United Service Technology, they was on that list. Alden, Texas Restaurant Improvement, they got bought out by Partstown. They are, they're part of Partstown. QBR, they're a dealer and they do all that other stuff. Commercial, Armstrong, old man Armstrong. There's General Parts, which is part of Partstown. Duke Service Equipment, the Temperature Company. I don't know who the hell they are. See, they got these guys listed, but they're not part. It says claim the listing. Sefesa affiliate, but they haven't. That's confusing. So they haven't claimed their listing. There's Trimark, which is part of, well, Trimark is Trimark. That's they're a $1 billion dealer. They're actually, if they're one of the three largest dealers in the country is Trimark. They're all over the country under different, I think under like 8 different names. TWC. Okay, so Dawson isn't part of Sefesa, but Dawson has been around for a while. Houston Restaurant Improvement, that is part of Partstown. See how many people we got? We got about 10 people here. So yeah, these are just the usual suspects. And you know, they take care of IKEA and a lot of the movie theaters and all that kind of good stuff. One second. All right. But yeah, they have all your regional meetings. And regional meeting 2 is what did they say? It was at the end of the year. Quezon, because I think Quezon is Wisconsin. But that's about it. So we went over. Oh yeah, it was Quezon again. Went over all the little stuff with Sefesa. So you guys got a chance to see. You guys got a chance to see Sefesa, what they have to offer, what they're all about. And that's that. Let me. All right. So this is. Hold on one second. I got to hit you with the. Nope, that ain't it. Let me get.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
That's it. So I got the training video for the week. It is different from the one that I aired the other day. So what it has on it is I'll show you near the end. So what I have on it that's different from the one the other day is the multiplex stuff, and I got some regional classes with Dan Foss, Ketatherm classes, Sporlin stuff, and then the new Renko controller. I say new, I guess it's about 4 years old now, but new to you guys. So that's what I got going on. So with that, I will see you guys Thursday. See what else I got. Later.
You're not rich. Blame yourself. You don't think?
I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to. But there's also unknown. Things we don't know that we don't know. You got to have a vision. You want to experience true level? Do you?
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
Come here, man. Help me out. Just give me a little bit. Yeah, just a taste. That's all I need is a taste.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Man, I just need some little, you know what I'm saying? Breathe and act. Breathe and act. You liar!
You're not rich. Blame yourself. You're not in 2008. Obviously, you can go back and say, okay, honestly, don't understand. What are they looking for?
You know, fucked up.
All right, good night. I'm gonna redo the video in case you guys missed it.
Liar!
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
You damn skippy it was, bro, man. You got to go, man. Nah, follow this trail. You got to get up on out of here. Let's go, bro, man. You know, you got to roll with it, you know? Let's go.